Creative Magic Club. What's up? This is Sarah Mack and welcome to Creative Magic Club. Together, we'll discover inspirational stories of creative entrepreneurs living out their dreams, doing the work they are most passionate about, and building wealth in magical and fun ways. While building a six-figure income as a writer and coach, helping other women to launch their dream businesses, I've connected with so many incredible people and seen it proven again and again that you can thrive financially doing whatever it is you are passionate about. I'm here to share life-changing strategies for mindset, making money, and reaching more people with your work in a business and life filled with creativity, freedom, and fun. Hello, Sarah Mack here from withsarahmack.com, and today I'm going to share 4 ways that you can use to immediately start getting in front of more dream clients and having way more fun and making way more money in your business. So this is for you if you may have ever caught yourself wondering how some people have just hundreds of people buying their stuff and your new clients seem to be coming in unpredictably, sparsely, even though you know that your work is so valuable and so life-changing and deserves to be in the hands of more people. So if you've been wishing you could really, understand at a deeper level what to do and maybe what not to do to be consistently magnetic to dream clients who are eager and ready to pay you, this episode is going to help you out today. So I totally get it, and I've totally been in that situation myself. I actually went through a period in my business a couple years ago where I started getting really turned off by Facebook. And so that kind of inspired me to go in a different direction. And I started marketing on LinkedIn. And I'm not dissing LinkedIn. I've, since the story that I'm going to tell you about, attracted some really great clients through LinkedIn. But at the time, I was kind of in this zone of just mixing things up and trashing things that really, I actually abandoned a lot of the things that had been working for me. And that caused me to experience a dip in my income. And I also, during that period, went through a string of unsuccessful sales calls just with, a little bit of the wrong people. They weren't completely the wrong people. I probably would have loved working with them, but there was just a mismatch in what I was selling and the readiness and the, the qualification of the people who I was getting on the phone with, that they just weren't quite a match for what I was selling. So I felt pretty desperate to get my business working again. And I did what I had to do to get back on track. So the silver lining was all of the lessons that I learned about what it really takes to consistently attract dream clients into my business and showing up online. And so I'm going to share those lessons with you in this week's episode, so that you can really consistently and intentionally take the actions that will lead to more clients and more sales in your business without wasting a ton of time and without having to experience that frustration. So what I'm about to share with you will really help you tap into the potential that's already available to you now to be signing more clients that isn't on the other side of a ton of work or, a ton of audience building or a ton of platform building. And I really wish I had known these lessons and really paid attention to implementing them all the way through building my business. So take notes and please use this information to go and sign more clients this week. So the first lesson is to just go where your clients are already. What I mean by this is tap into your existing network, which, can just be your socials. It can also be communities that you're already a part of, whether that's a Facebook group or whether that's on a different platform. Because how I really started was, I had no network. I was new to Canada. I was new to North America. I didn't know that many people, but I already had some connections on social media. So that's really where I started. And then I started, intentionally connecting with people in Facebook groups and then adding them as friends so that other people's networks then became my network. And, it was just as simple as adding people as friends, a few people every day. So it's okay if you feel like you don't have an existing network. I literally had no network when I began. But just look to the spaces online and offline where you're already hanging out and just start to be more intentional with building your network there, like putting yourself out there more, reaching out to more people that you haven't met before. And, really the flip side of this lesson is, as much as possible, avoid showing up somewhere with the sole intention of connecting with clients. So look to the spaces where you already enjoy spending time and you're spending time anyway. Firstly, because you'll be more likely to really get to understand that community and to be able to navigate it in the way that works for you and more successfully connects you to your people, the people that, you already have a foundation of resonance with because you've both decided to be in that place for a reason that's personal to you. And secondly, it will be far more likely that the people will resonate with you there because you already have that level of resonance with that space beyond just trying to get clients, especially when you are a high ticket mentor. We're not just looking for quick sales from anyone and everyone here. We're looking for soul connections and meaningful relationships. So start where you genuinely feel a connection to places and spaces already, and then just put in a little bit more effort to connect with new faces there. Next, don't waste time, and this is, especially when it comes to social media, don't waste time engaging with people who aren't a potential ideal client. Unless you genuinely are a social butterfly and you love spending hours meeting new people and chatting online. But if you want to minimize the amount of time that you're spending making new connections and, generating a pool of people that could potentially turn into clients for you, I recommend that you don't engage with people who don't fit your ideal client demographic, or at least within the specific community that you're here to serve. There are a few reasons for this. Number one, the algorithm will work in your favor by pushing your stuff out to more of the people who you interact with. Also, just by focusing your time and energy on conversations with the community that you're here to serve, you're going to learn more about your people and you'll make more of an impact by really using your energy to further the conversations that you're here to contribute to. And, I think that's why it has been relatively quick for me to be attracting clients online, is because I literally started a whole new channel. I still use my personal Facebook page but I just set the intention to convert it. I'm only having conversations related to my business here now. And same with my Instagram. I started a whole new channel and I was like, I'm only showing up online to have the conversations that connect to my mission, my business, and my impact that I'm here to make with my business. And that doesn't mean that I don't also make personal connections and friendships as well, but that I do for fun. And, I do that when I'm in the flow and it feels good to do it. I'm really, really intentional with my time and energy in those specific spaces. And that's not to say that I'm only having conversations that are driving people to become my client. I'm having personal, heart to heart, soul to soul conversations, and I'm having conversations that I want to have and allowing my desire to lead. But I'm just not engaging with people who aren't going to move my business and my vision and my impact further towards its realization. So intentionality really is everything when it comes to improving your results and really using your time wisely so you can have more freedom outside of your business. I want to pop in here for a moment and make sure that you know that Tell Stories That Sell private mentorship is currently open for enrollment. So this is for you if you want dreamy clients who are a perfect fit reaching out to you in your inbox every single month. You want to spend less than 30 minutes a day on content creation so you can be living your dream life and business now. You want to grow your income while working less as you launch high-ticket coaching programs that serve more and more people in your community. You want to skip learning complicated marketing strategies, and you want to create social media posts that make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's exactly what's possible for you when you sign up for the Tell Stories That Sell private mentorship. You get one monthly one-on-one content strategy session with me to uncover the golden nuggets of your story with guidance on how to share them in your content so you have dream clients reaching out to work with you. You also get customizable trainings to intuitively navigate to what works for you that has worked on repeat for me and hundreds of my clients, with guidance to design a simple strategy you can start incorporating into your content creation immediately. You also get a template guide to follow until writing powerful stories that lead to sales just becomes second nature for you. You also get meditations to rewire any limited thinking about selling online being hard or not working for you, so you can tap into confidence that translates into sales. Plus, you get lifetime access to the 8 core trainings and bonuses from my Tell Stories That Sell curriculum to provide you with every strategic, mindset, and energetic tool required to attract dream clients on repeat every single month. I do have limited spaces available. This program will really set you up for success as an entrepreneur and bring you the clarity and the confidence to make sales on repeat as soon as you hit publish, and take you to a 6-figure income in your dream coaching business while living a life of time, creative, and emotional freedom. This program is perfect for the entrepreneur who's already working with clients and who wants to raise her prices, be making more high-ticket sales, and working with even better fit clients. This is also the skill set that will allow you to drop sales calls from your selling process if you would like to clear up some more free time on your schedule each week. You can sign up at withsarahmac.com/copy-coaching. So the next lesson that I want to share with you is have a clear program promise that you center all of your conversations around when you're sharing content with your ideal clients. Because what this will do is become a really magnetic lighthouse that will draw in all the right kinds of people to your content and to your offers. So the challenge here is that the lines can become very blurry as personal brands because our lives are the embodiment and illustration of our work. And so technically anything and everything you share is relevant to your ideal client. However, to truly make the impact your business is capable of and to be signing clients, it's important to be crystal clear on what result your offers help your ideal clients to create. Get granular and get specific and make sure to communicate that specificity. What result are they hiring you to help them create, and how do you help them create that? So here's an example. In my business, as you'll probably know by now, because I bang on about this all the time, is I help entrepreneurs to create a 6-figure income in their dream business. And I do that by transforming their money mindset and their content marketing skills, and by focusing on teaching them how to sell high-ticket coaching programs. So I don't help them get there by getting good at crypto, or by negotiating a higher salary at their corporate job, or by cold DMing people, or by running Facebook ads. So you can see how there are many paths to the same result. And that's information that your potential client needs from you up front, because they want to hire you to help them do it in the way that, they know they're going to be on board with getting there. So talk about it in your content repeatedly. And this was another part of that learning curve for me. I was kind of in this phase of being quite wishy-washy with this when I was going through a pivot in my business. And, I knew something else was emerging, and I was just kind of like exploring what that was as I was showing up in my content without having made that really crystal clear decision in my offer and how I was talking about my offer first. And that's why my income took a hit. So get good at this and your income will reflect the fact. And after realizing this and really honing in on, this message, I bounced back and I started having some of my easiest launches and highest income months ever in business, including a 10K course launch while I was on vacation for 2 weeks of the 4-week launch, and my highest ever 24K month. No sales calls required, thanks to this powerful specificity in my content that was really doing all of the work for me. So next, I would love to invite you to take a moment to check in and pay attention to what's already working for you or what has worked for you in the past. And this is such a powerful question in business. And so often, especially as creative people, right? Especially, like me and a lot of my clients are manifesting generators. We get really lit up by trying new things and going in different directions and switching things up and just playing, right? And sometimes, the idea of consistency can feel restrictive. And, it's really important to remember that, while it works for us to eat regular meals, then we don't get hungry and tired and grumpy, right? So we're able to be consistent with things that work for us. So pay attention to what that is in your business. And the way that you do that is by asking people how they found you. Notice what content they responded to. And that is not the same as likes, comments, and engagement. So for all you know, your great aunt was liking that cute photo of you and never read a word of your post with it. And then that pushed it out and then more people liked it. So really pay attention to content, calls to action, and offers that you shared right before you received a sale, or, things that people engaged with who ended up buying from you. And pay attention to the spending patterns of your loyal clients. Pay attention to where your clients were following you before they signed up to work with you. So I now get clients from every platform that I'm present on, but one commonality is that almost every single client that buys from me joins my email list first. So I never, ever, ever drop the ball in consistently sharing my best content to my email list every week. So different platforms and content styles work differently for different people. And it's usually down to the way you've set up your business, which does not mean that you can't have people buying from you on your Instagram stories or your email list if they aren't currently, but take the path of least resistance and prioritize your efforts on what's already working so that you have as much income as possible as you invest your time and energy in building out other places that you're really excited to connect with, nurture, and sell to your audience. And remember, every single person's audience is different. So copying what one successful coach is doing doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you until you have put in the work to really build the audience and community in those specific places. And that really just comes through consistency. And obviously noticing what's working, leaning into that, and making those strategic decisions that work for you. So this is why in my programs, I give my clients intuitive processes to really guide them to the path of least resistance to their desired result, because every single person's network, audience, skill set, and preferences is totally different. So remember to choose the easiest path for you, because that will create the most momentum and growth to support your expansion, to creating your dream business and having the most fun and the least frustration along the way. So let me know in the comments, please reach out and let me know what landed with you, what you're committed to integrating, what's one action that you are going to take as a result of what you've learned today. And please, please, please share this content with anyone you know would benefit. And please go and leave a 5-star review over on iTunes. I would be so, so, so grateful for your support on this content so I can continue making it and sharing more and more value with you. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate that you're here, and I'm sending you so much love. Have an amazing day. Bye.
For more inspirational content, head over to my website withsarahmac.com, and please support the show by liking, commenting, and subscribing.